Are traditional martial arts as effective in modern self-defense scenarios as they were in the past? This is a question that sparks debate among martial artists and enthusiasts alike. In today's fast-paced, technology-driven world, the relevance and effectiveness of traditional martial arts is often questioned. Critics argue that these ancient disciplines, with their emphasis on forms and katas, don't hold up well in real-world self-defense situations. They claim that the lack of real-world sparring in traditional martial arts training doesn't prepare the practitioner for the unpredictability of an actual physical confrontation. The opponents in a sparring match are often too compliant, they say, and the movements too choreographed to be of practical use in a real fight. On the other hand, proponents of traditional martial arts argue that these disciplines are not just about self-defense. They are, in fact, holistic systems that aim to cultivate the mind, body, and spirit. The lessons learned in the dojo go beyond the physical, teaching discipline, respect, patience, and humility. Traditional martial arts, they argue, is about personal growth and character development, not just learning how to throw a punch or kick. Moreover, traditional martial arts have stood the test of time. They have been practiced and honed over centuries, and their techniques have been proven effective in countless battles and wars. The forms and katas, they argue, are not just empty movements, but a repository of the wisdom and experience of generations of martial artists. But can these traditional techniques be adapted to the demands of today's world? Can they be modified and enhanced using contemporary training concepts and methods? And if so, how can we go about it? The answers to these questions may surprise you. It turns out that the gap between traditional and modern martial arts may not be as wide as it seems. By incorporating modern training methods and concepts, we can breathe new life into these ancient arts, making them more relevant and effective than ever. So, let's delve into the evolution of martial arts training to better understand this argument. The evolution of martial arts training is a journey from tradition to modernity. In the beginning, martial arts training was steeped in tradition. It was a journey that took one from the simple to the complex, from the physical to the spiritual. The training was methodical, often involving the repetitive practice of forms and kata. These forms were not just mere movements, but a codified system of defense and attack, a dance of power and grace, a meditative exercise of mind and body. The journey was slow, but deliberate. There was an emphasis on precision, on mastering each move before moving on to the next. The training was as much about discipline and patience as it was about strength and agility. The dojo, or training hall, was a sacred space, a place of learning and growth, a place where the student and the master came together in a mutual quest for excellence. But as the world changed, so did martial arts training. The rise of modern combat sports like boxing, wrestling, and later mixed martial arts brought about a shift in training methods. Instead of focusing solely on forms and kata, training started incorporating more practical, battle-tested techniques. The repetitive practice of forms and kata gave way to sparring, a more dynamic and unpredictable form of training. Sparring allowed martial artists to test their skills against a live, resisting opponent. It provided a platform to apply the techniques learned in a controlled, yet competitive environment. This shift was not just about techniques, but also about conditioning. The traditional martial artist trained to be strong and agile, but the modern martial artist also trained to be fast and enduring. Modern training methods emphasized cardiovascular fitness, strength training, and flexibility. The goal was to create a well-rounded martial artist, capable of taking on any challenge in and out of the dojo. The influence of modern mixed martial arts was undeniable. It introduced the concept of cross-training, of learning not just one, but multiple martial arts. A modern martial artist was not just a karateka or a judoka or a boxer, but a hybrid fighter, proficient in striking, wrestling, and grappling. This evolution was not a rejection of tradition, but an enhancement. It was about taking the best of the old and the new, the East and the West, the physical and the mental. It was about creating a martial artist for the 21st century, a warrior scholar who respects the past, embraces the present, and is ready for the future. As we can see, martial arts training has seen a significant shift from traditional to modern techniques. The journey continues as martial artists around the world strive to improve, to innovate, to evolve. The quest for excellence is an ongoing journey, a never-ending process of learning and growth. And as we move forward, we carry with us the lessons of the past, the wisdom of the masters, the spirit of the warrior. Modern MMA techniques have revolutionized the way martial arts are taught and practiced today. It's like a breath of fresh air, invigorating and redefining what we know and value about martial arts. This whirlwind of change is largely due to the incorporation of modern mixed martial arts techniques into traditional martial arts training. You see, MMA is a melting pot of various martial arts styles with a focus on functional fitness and practical application. It's about being ready for anything and everything, a lesson that traditional martial arts can certainly benefit from. One of the main areas of focus in MMA is striking. It's not just about throwing punches and kicks willy-nilly. It's about precision, power, and speed. It's about knowing when to strike, where to strike, and how to strike. Striking in MMA is a blend of boxing, Muay Thai, and karate, among others, each adding its unique flavor to the mix. When incorporated into traditional martial arts training, it adds a dynamic, practical edge that can help martial artists become more effective in their craft. Then there's grappling. In the world of MMA, grappling isn't just about getting your opponent to the ground. It's about maintaining control, applying submissions, and escaping from dangerous positions. It's a chess match of strategies and counter-strategies, a test of wit as much as it is a test of strength. Incorporating grappling techniques from Brazilian Jujitsu and Judo into traditional martial arts training can offer a new perspective on ground combat, expanding the martial artist's repertoire and enhancing their overall effectiveness. And let's not forget about wrestling. Often considered the backbone of MMA, wrestling teaches you how to take your opponent down, how to defend against takedowns, and how to control your opponent on the ground. It's about leverage, balance, and strength. It's about imposing your will on your opponent. By incorporating wrestling techniques into traditional martial arts training, martial artists can gain a deeper understanding of body mechanics and positional control, making them more formidable in any combat situation. But it's not just about the techniques. It's also about the training methods. MMA training is rigorous, intense, and pressure tested. It's about pushing your limits, stepping out of your comfort zone, and adapting to the unpredictable. It's about learning to think on your feet, to make split-second decisions under pressure. When these training methods are incorporated into traditional martial arts training, it can help martial artists become more resilient, adaptable, and confident. In essence, the incorporation of modern MMA techniques into traditional martial arts training is about evolution. It's about taking the best of both worlds, the tradition, discipline, and philosophy of martial arts, and the practicality, versatility, and intensity of MMA, and merging them into a comprehensive, effective, and dynamic training system. The integration of modern MMA techniques has breathed new life into traditional martial arts training. It's a new dawn, a new era, a new way of thinking about and practicing martial arts. And it's just the beginning. Traditional martial arts aren't obsolete, they just require some modification. This idea forms the bedrock of our discussion today. As the world evolves, so too must our methods of self-defense. The beauty of traditional martial arts lies in their timeless wisdom and discipline. Yet, there's a whole world of potential that can be unlocked when we begin to infuse them with techniques from modern mixed martial arts. Let's begin by identifying the areas where traditional martial arts can benefit from a touch of modernity. The first step in this process is to understand the core strengths of traditional martial arts. They excel in fostering discipline, precision, and a deep understanding of body mechanics. However, they often lack in simulating real-world combat scenarios where unpredictability is the norm and the ability to adapt is paramount. Stepping into the ring of modern MMA, we find a different beast altogether. The focus here is on versatility, adaptability, and practicality. It's a dynamic world where striking, grappling, and wrestling are equally important. The training is intense, pressure-tested, and aimed at preparing fighters for real-world combat scenarios. So, how do we marry these two worlds? Well, the process of incorporating MMA techniques into traditional martial arts is both an art and a science. It's about finding the balance between maintaining the essence of the traditional form and adding a layer of modern practicality. This could mean incorporating more sparring sessions into a karate curriculum or integrating Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's ground fighting techniques into judo's throws and pins. The benefits of this modification are manifold. For starters, it enhances the practicality of your training. By introducing pressure-tested MMA techniques, the training becomes more aligned with real-world scenarios. It provides a more comprehensive range of skills, from striking and grappling to ground fighting techniques. This makes you a more versatile and adaptable fighter ready to face any situation. Moreover, it greatly improves your self-defense capabilities. Traditional martial arts often focus on one aspect of combat, be it striking, throws, or locks. However, real-world scenarios are not so neat and predictable. You might find yourself needing to switch from striking to grappling in a heartbeat. By incorporating MMA techniques, you are better prepared for such unpredictable situations. Furthermore, this modification fosters a more holistic understanding of martial arts as a whole, rather than viewing different martial arts as separate entities. You begin to see them as interconnected pieces of a larger puzzle. You gain an appreciation for the unique strengths of each art and learn how they can complement each other. Lastly, it breathes new life into traditional martial arts. It's like adding a fresh coat of paint to a classic car. The original charm and elegance remain, but it now has a bit of a modern edge. This can make the practice more engaging and relevant, especially for younger generations. To sum it up, modifying traditional martial arts with MMA techniques is not about discarding the old for the new, but rather about enhancing the old with the new. It's about recognizing the value of both worlds and creating a fusion that brings out the best of both. In conclusion, this modification is not just about improving your self-defense capabilities. It's about evolving with the times, broadening your horizons, and deepening your understanding of martial arts. It's about taking the wisdom of the past and enhancing it with the innovations of the present. Thus, by modifying traditional martial arts with MMA techniques, we can create a more effective and realistic self-defense training regimen. So, what have we learned from our exploration of the evolution of martial arts training? We've journeyed through the rich tapestry of martial arts, tracing its roots in tradition and observing its metamorphosis in the modern era. We've seen how martial arts has evolved from a set of distinct, compartmentalized disciplines into a hybridized, comprehensive approach that encompasses multiple techniques and styles. This evolution hasn't been arbitrary. It's been driven by the need for practical, effective self-defense methods that work in real-world situations. And where has this need led us? To the doorstep of modern mixed martial arts, or MMA. We've seen how modern MMA techniques, grappling, wrestling, and striking, have been incorporated into traditional martial arts training. This isn't about discarding the wisdom of the past. It's about building on it, enhancing it, and making it more relevant to today's challenges. We've seen how the balanced training of MMA, the equal emphasis on grappling, wrestling, and striking, makes for a complete, well-rounded martial artist. In this journey, we've also discovered the power of pressure testing training methods used in MMA. These methods, which simulate the intensity and unpredictability of real-world confrontations, have shown us the importance of practical, hands-on experience in martial arts training. We've explored how traditional martial arts have been modified using these concepts and training ideas. We've delved into the process of this modification, understanding its nuances, its challenges, and its rewards. We've seen how this modification doesn't dilute the essence of traditional martial arts. Instead, it strengthens it, fortifies it, and makes it more adaptable to the demands of the modern world. In conclusion, the modification of traditional martial arts using modern MMA techniques can significantly improve the effectiveness of self-defense training. It's a journey of evolution, of blending the old with the new, of respecting tradition while embracing change. It's a journey that every martial artist, whether novice or seasoned, can embark upon to become a more complete, more effective, and more adaptable practitioner. Now that we understand the importance of integrating MMA techniques into traditional martial arts, it's time to take the leap and venture into this fascinating fusion of old and new. It's time to explore more about this topic, delve into the depths of MMA techniques, and see how they can enhance and invigorate your martial arts training. The world of martial arts is vast and diverse, with so many styles, techniques, and philosophies to discover. But remember, this is not just about learning new moves or mastering different forms. It's about enriching your martial arts journey with new perspectives and fresh challenges. Consider this. What would it look like if you incorporated grappling techniques into your karate training? How would your taekwondo skills be enhanced by the addition of wrestling maneuvers? The possibilities are endless and the results could be game-changing. So why not try it? Start incorporating MMA techniques into your traditional martial arts training. Take a wrestling class, join a Brazilian Jujitsu dojo, or learn some Muay Thai striking techniques. See how these new elements can amplify your training and how they can push your limits and broaden your horizons. But don't stop there. As you embark on this new journey, share your experiences, start a conversation, spark a debate, inspire others, share your triumphs and challenges, your insights and discoveries. Your journey could inspire someone else to start their own, and together you can create a ripple effect that transforms the martial arts landscape. So, what are you waiting for? Embrace this opportunity to evolve, to grow, to redefine what martial arts means to you. Take the first step, then the next, and then the next. Because every step you take is a step towards becoming a better martial artist, a better fighter, and a better version of yourself. Remember, martial arts is a journey, not a destination. So keep exploring, keep evolving, and keep training.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.